we like to test use cases where speech recognition is used by children in the classroom. And a lot of that, one of the things that we realized was a lot of those are passages being read by kids that have been written a long, long time ago. And are possibly not culturally relevant, possibly not linguistically relevant for a lot of children who wouldn't speak in the dialect in which it was written. So if you take an African American English speaker, they might speak very differently at home with their families compared to how they may do in school, or especially when they're reading words written not in African American English. So we have a situation then where we may think we're testing our system. If we have African-American children reading this passage, which was written by a white person 50 years ago, they are going to switch into that dialect and they're going to read the dialect and they're going to read it perfectly and it will be fine. And now it would be a mistake for us to say, well, that means our system works perfectly for African-American English. It doesn't. It works perfectly for general American English or whatever you want to call it, regardless of who is reading it. And that's a different thing. So one of the things that we make sure to test in our system is when we're dealing with Latino English, African-American English, any of the other accents, dialects, and in English, we make sure that the children speaking have had a chance to speak in their own dialect in the same way that they would if they were speaking at home to their parents, to their siblings. And in order to elicit that kind of speech, in order to test it, we have had to come up with a few little tricks, basically. So instead of asking the child to read a passage, we show them a picture and we ask them to describe it. So, you do get varying results. Some people just say, I see a tree, I see a car, but, other ones, they start talking about what they see and what it reminds them of and some stuff that happened related to it. And that's how you really, really capture the way people speak. And that's how you really, really test a system.